Hmm.
And I had this book. It was just left there with the cover ripped off, where my newspaper was. No newspaper, just the coverless book. And I had all these kind of experiences happening. Once I was on a plane, and I was supposed to be traveling with my book publisher from Portland, Oregon to New York City. We were doing a joint venture with one of the magazines out there, and a flight attendant walked up to me, and she said, "I'm changing your diet immediately. You are now on a fruit and vegetarian diet." She said,
Huh.
"I will come back and talk to you after the plane is underway." She sat with me and she said, "Now, when you get to Minneapolis, I want you to call me and we'll start your yoga training."
Are you kidding? That's an
No, no. And
experience.
I said, "Lady, that's really sweet." And I thought, she's way too cute to be picking up on me. This isn't happening. She's way too cute for me. This is not what I think it is. She said, "No, I'm quite serious." She said, "When you get there," she said, "now here's my card." And it had her name and it said the airlines. And I said, "Okay, you work for the airline." She said, "Well, turn it over." And it had a different name, a different name. I swear to you. And it said yoga training, and it was just a phone number. And I said, "Well, what's this?" She said, "Now, when you get there, you call me, and we'll begin the training." I said, "Well, uh, it is true this plane is going to stop in Minneapolis, which is where she lived. But I don't live in Minneapolis, and I have no plans to move to Minneapolis." I said, "I'm just going from Portland, Oregon to New York, and we're going to stop there, pick up passengers, and continue on." She said, "Okay, okay, but when you do get to Minneapolis, you will call me, promise." I said, "Sure, sure, I will." So, okay, so like 3 months later, when my boss suddenly decides the company has to be moved from Portland to Minneapolis, he said, "I want to see the hands of those that are moving. Everyone else loses their job because we
Wow.
are moving this company." And I said, "You know what? I like this company." I raised my hand. And then when I got there, and after I unloaded all my boxes in Minneapolis, I thought, "Oh my gosh." And I looked at the card and I called her. And I said, you don't remember me, but I met you on a plane. My name is Vaughn Brashler." She said, "Oh, good, you're here now." I'm not,
Wow. That's
I'm not kidding
incredible.
you. And she said, "Are you ready to start the training in yoga?" I said, "Well," I said, "are these personal classes or group classes?" She said, "You decide." I said, "Are they in the evenings or in the mornings or the afternoons or weekends?" She said, "I don't care. You decide." I said, "Am I going to pay you or are you just doing this?" She said, "Vaughn, I don't care. You tell me what you want to do and we'll do it." Well, this lady trained me and she was good. And after she trained me, she took me to a meeting in Minneapolis, and it turned out to be a theosophical meeting, just like
Hmm.
the guy that wrote the book, Jeffrey Hodson. And she said,
Did she ever say what it was that made her
"No, no. In fact, I never saw her. She was always home, and I never noticed a day when she was actually in flight, right?
that's
Never,
amazing.
never, never. And in fact, one day she said, "I'm going to be moving now to start a yoga school in New Mexico." This is the flight attendant. It's like, okay. And she said, "Okay." And I said, "Well," she said, "but one thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to take you to your new group." She took me to a meeting of the Theosophical Society in Minneapolis. And she said, "These are your people now. You stay with them." I said, "Okay."
That's
It's it's
amazing.
been quite a ride. It's been quite a ride. So, I mean, I started to put together all the little connecting dots because nobody trained me to be anything except maybe a itinerant journalist all my life. And all these things just kept coming to me, odd things. I would have lucid dreams at a young age. And I said, "Wait a minute. I think that I should seriously study yoga." So I have. And I think that it's made a huge difference in my life. I think I begin to understand things a little better.